The views, takes and opinions expressed on this show are of the host's own and do not represent the views, takes and opinions of the Main Event Mark, PWPH Wrestling Network and its affiliates. Material and sources mentioned in this episode is for general and commentary purposes only. This episode might include strong language and may not be suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. Stay safe and stay wrestle everyone. Welcome to the Main Event Mark.
Yon, welcome to yet another episode of the Main Event Mark podcast. So, today is the day we are now going to give our prestigious reviews on our pay-per-view tier list of 2024. By the way, my name is Angelo Penera. If you are wondering why we have a wonderful voice for this recordings going forward, I am actually using now a Mauno PD100X microphone. In my opinion, this might be the best microphone that I had so far, and this might be the thing that we are going to use moving forward. As announced on the pre-show yesterday here on the show, we did a few things, and mind here, sinabi ko that we are going to do the tier list today on this show, and also some wrestling talk which is going to be tackled in the next episode of the show, and also of course the Bash Awards itself on our next episode of this episode. So, that will be it for now on my introductions. For now, let's do some plugs. So, yon, magkakaroon po ng DexCon WrestleStorm 2 on March 16, 2025. And then April 5, 2025 is going to be World Underground Wrestling presents Masterclass. Tama ba? That's in Brawl Pit Bulusan for Sunday, April 5, 2025. More details on the show, you can check that on DexCon's Facebook page. Let's make sure if we are providing correct information, and that's actually correct. So the next upcoming show is on March 16, 2025. That's DexCon WrestleStorm 2 at Brawl Pit Bulusan. And then the second one is Masterclash tuloy sabi ko. Masterclash 2025, and it's set for April 5, 2025. So here's what we're going to do on today's episode. Just like what we did previous year, we're going to do some tier list on every WWE, AEW, and TNA shows, local wrestling. Yung mga napanood ko, sige, let's include them here on the tier list on today's episode of the show. And then you can tune in next Tuesday for the future or the full Bash Awards 2024 official winners, as we will discuss them one by one here on our show. So before we officially start this special tirade of episode, ayan, thank you for listening on this show. PWPH Awards is still available, or you can still vote for the awards. The link is on the description of the episode, or you can vote through bit.ly/2024 PWPH Awards, or again, that's bit.ly/2024 PWPH Awards. Also, let's acknowledge as well our friends over on Blast TV. Blast TV is the official home of the WWE here in the Philippines. You can catch the weekly shows every week, and also on video on demand, Raw, SmackDown, NXT. And the video on demand is also available on Blast TV, and also yung mga PLEs is of course is all available on the WWE Network. So please support our friends over on Blast TV, while the rights for our country is not yet available on Netflix. So Netflix is now the official home of the WWE. Most countries around the world now has the rights on Netflix, so you can now watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and the PLEs on Netflix if you are from the countries that's been included as we reported for the past few weeks. Those countries, specifically UK, Canada, India, by April before WrestleMania, they are definitely getting the same treatment as those countries mentioned. But ayun, we will tackle more of that in the next episode of the show. So let's start now with the tier list. So medyo may binago ako sa tier list ko compared last year. So let's start with the tier list format. So we have wait, check ko. So S, super, best, A for great, B for okay, that was great. Letter C, it's for that was fine. Letter D, mid, or mid na nga lang yung gagamitin ko para mas madali. And worst. Yan. So that's our tier list, and it will roll on every promotion that we watched in 2024. That's AEW, TNA, and of course WWE. We will include also local wrestling, as some of our friends is requesting for that also. So let's start with WWE. Ito, start muna tayo with the WWE. I'm going to start with the recent PLEs. Ito, yung Survivor Series War Games, sinabi ko sa review nung December that isa lang yung nagustuhan kong War Games match. The Nakamura win is definitely deserved. The story of the men's War Games match is amazing. The inconsistent booking on the women's side of War Games is just ruined the whole thing, in my honest opinion. And then the Gunter versus Damian Priest sealed the fate of this show. Solo Sikoa's story here, I think, is the icing on the cake with how I love this event. However, there are some setbacks, of course, with how things went out when it comes to the overall presentation of the PLE. So, if we're going to rate the Survivor Series War Games on my tier list, wait a minute, I'm just going to add also the NXT shows. Okay, so NXT specials, para lang di ko malimutan. Kasama pala natin yon 2024. Ayun. So, eto. Sama natin dito. Wait lang. Tingnan nga natin. Tama ba itong mga pinag-search ko? I think I did not get that. I-clarify. I-check ko nga. Okay. So, check natin. So, New Year's Evil. Okay. Putang ina. Saan yung source ko? Ano ba yan? Pucha. Eto, teka. Eto. Okay. This is definitely screwed, guys. Okay, I got it. So, okay. I guess. So, just bear with me in this one. Sorry guys, I apologize in advance. But, hindi ko na notes agad yung NXT na specials. Wait lang, bear with me. Okay, so NXT 2024 PLEs. So, bear with me. Just a second. Okay. Kunin lang natin yung kopya. Ayan, got it. So, I am starting with WWE muna, main roster shows. para lang madali yung flow ko kasi nag-umpisa na ako ng Survivor Series. So, Survivor Series War Games, in my honest opinion, I can put it on letter... I'm not saying B, kasi isa lang yung magandang match for this show. Isa lang yung magandang match for this show, to be honest with you. Pero, that was amazing overall. C? Convincing. Survivor Series War Games. Okay. So, Survivor Series War Games, letter C. Next. Okay. Bad Blood 2024. This actually replaced Payback and Fastlane in default sa schedule ng WWE. This took place on October 5th. Highlights. Sorry guys, kumakain ako habang nagre-review. So, CM Punk versus Drew. Ayun. CM Punk versus Drew, Roman and Cody versus Bloodline. Both of the matches amazing on its own. In my honest opinion, the rest of the card, Damian Priest versus Finn Balor, 1,000. Not impressive. Sorry guys, I have to say this. Pero yung two matches, Cody, Punk, Drew, I think that's justified to me with this rating alone. So, Bad Blood 2024, I think it goes to B tier. So, Bad Blood is on B tier. Next on our list, Crown Jewel 2024. Hindi ako fan ng belts, let's say that as it is. Hindi tayo fan ng Crown Jewel Championship and this tradition, hindi rin ako fan. What was the highlights? Compared with last year, 2023, I would say that was better, to be honest with you. 2024 Crown Jewel, parang binasag dito agad-agad yung mga stories sa labas ng brands nila or brand of this matches. So, factor yon, kaya bibigyan ko to ng mas mababang score. That was hard. I always liked the 2023-2022 Crown Jewel compared to this year. That's for sure. The LA Knight 3-way was amazing. The Seth versus Bronson was fun. Crown Jewel, I think, in my honest opinion, I just put it mid. But it doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just something there. There's something that I think I'm trying to look for on this show. Next, Elimination Chamber sa Perth, Australia. One con or one pro of this event, this actually aired favorably on our time. So, magandang factor to. Kaya bibigyan ko to ng mas mataas na score. Cheers guys. So, bibigyan ko to ng mataas na score just because of that. Tiffany Stratton is definitely over with this show. I think this was a big bummer because nawala ng saysay itong show na to just because of that WrestleMania pre-show. Nawala ng saysay itong show na to just because of that pre-show that we had with The Rock. So medyo nawalan ng value itong show na to to me. Okay. So wala siya, di siya masyadong special to me. So, I'll just put it same as CJ. Pero, plus 1. Di pala pwede. Di pa siya pwede sa mid. Sorry. C tier. C tier na lang. So, Elimination Chamber, Perth, C tier. Plus 1 yung oras. At saka, yung crowd. Malamaya kasi yung crowd. Putangin eh. The matches wasn't bad. Pero, the main event itself didn't save this whole show. That thing alone, I think that was just Next, Bash in Berlin 2024. Okay. Bash in Berlin wasn't the best overseas show in 2024. Definitely. Definitely may mas best pa dito. Pero I think the matches itself was really good. The Cody KO is just amazing. Then nakita na natin yung preview of what we are getting with this feud between KO and Cody Rhodes. The CM Punk versus Drew second match, actually, I think that was really good to me also. Plus, the fact that we got Randy Orton versus Gunther, the main event of this show, that was really good to me. Alone. Those 3 matches alone, I think it deserves better. The crowd was amazing. It was amazing also on this show. Wala pa ako nabibigyan ng A or S. Just to let you guys know. Wala pa ako nabibigyan ng S or A or F or W worse. Pero hindi siya hindi siya best, hindi rin siya worst. I think it falls to the B tier. B tier to. I can say this B tier because it's amazing on its own, but you don't have to watch it over and over. It felt forgettable also. Yan. So, King and Queen of the Ring. Ito yung supposedly the PLE in last year's show, but it was replaced by Night of Champions by crowning the World Heavyweight Champion. King and Queen of the Ring. I love Naya's win here for sure. I love also Becky winning the respect of Liv. I love also the Gunther win over Orton despite of the controversies happened after of this show. Tapos, syempre, tournament kasi ng King and Queen will always be amazing as fuck. Then the Intercontinental title thing was really good also. Main event, let's say okay. So King and Queen of the Ring, hindi siya B tier, di rin siya mid. I would say C tier. So, King and Queen. Marami tayo pag-uusapan ng mga mid mamaya. For sure. So, 6. Clash at the Castle. So, Clash at the Castle 2024. The I Quit match. Such an amazing match. The 3-way lala ng pressure nun for the tag titles, Sami Zayn and Chad Gable. I think that was really good. Tapos yung main event itself is top notch, I swear. That was actually really good if you're asking me. So Clash of the Castle, just because of the amazing storytelling that we got on this show, I'll give this a B. So, I think this is B. justified na yung B para sa akin. Ayun. So, continue tayo sa tier list natin. Next is the Royal Rumble PLE 2024. So, there's a lot of things here. So, from Jade Cargill to Jordan Grace to Naomi, then Roman Reigns defending the belt. So, it's a little bit hard for me to put this on a spot. The Bray, and I think this was the one. Ay, hindi dito yan. Then, ito rin yung show na pumutok yung scandal ni Vince. Pero, sinalba naman agad yun nung moment ni Cody. So, medyo +1 yon. Medyo ang hirap. This is not the best PLE of the year for sure. But with the moments that we got on this year's Royal Rumble, I think justified naman para sa akin to give it at least A. No? So, unfair naman kung hindi ko to bibigyan ng A rating. But doesn't mean it's the best. For sure. Eto, for sure. So, last 4 shows na lang to for WWE. So, let's start with Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton winning the Money in the Bank for the women, cashing in on Nia Jax on the January 3rd episode of SmackDown this year. That was amazing. Definitely one of my favorite cash-ins of the women's history. But I think Carmella's is still better, honest opinion. Ba? Drew losing the cash-in. I know people are disappointed on that, but that was the right call. If you want Drew to be obsessed with CM Punk further, that was the right decision to do. So that thing makes sense. Then, Sami Zayn beating Braun Breaker. Tapos, yung mga questionable decisions during Damian Priest and Seth Rollins. Then, yung Bloodline match na 6-man tag. This match, in my opinion, or this PLE, in my opinion, hirap pa. So, here's my theory so far. Royal Rumble is on air. B, Blood, Bash in Berlin, Clash at the Castle. C, Survivor Series, Elimination Chamber, King and Queen, Mid, Crown Jewel. This is hard. This is hard, guys. Money in the Bank, with the moments we got on this show alone, and the matches that we are able to witness on this show, yeah, scratch that. A tier. Con lang nito gabi kasi. Sobrang gabi no show na to. Number 3. There's 3 shows remaining on this tier list. We have SummerSlam 2024. There's a lot of SummerSlams that I think better than this. Pero si WWE, hindi sila nagpahuli when it comes to writing new stories, going to further continuity. So that's good on their side. So let's start with the Roman's return during Roman versus Cody versus Solo. Then Rhea Ripley versus Liv. Definitely, in my opinion, this should be the last. This should be one of the class. Ano ba masasabi ko? I think ito yung PLEs that it has its potential, but hindi siya na-capitalize ng mabuti because of how underwhelming the main event was. So, okay. SummerSlam 2024. wait lang. I was trying to think. The SummerSlam 2024 was amazing. There are some moving storylines. Nia Jax beating the women's champion Bayley. Then Gunther won the World Heavyweight title. And then the undisputed WWE title has been retained over Solo Sikoa. Then Roman Reigns returned. The OTC returned after of this match. So, SummerSlam 2024, if we're ranking this correct, this might be second best. Hindi siya second best eh. Ang hirap. Sige, I'll put SummerSlam on A. SummerSlam is on A. Okay. Number 2, Backlash France. Eta. Automatic. S. Automatic da. Immediately. Backlash France is on S. Matik na to. S yung Backlash France. Bakit po? Yung crowd, just like 2023, is on S. What the hell? Basado akong bias sa crowd ng France. Promise. Ayun. So, Solo Sikoa and Tama opening the show versus KO and Orton. Man, that match alone, I think, won them with this award. Then, everything followed that match. Bonus na lang. Yung Bayley, Tiffany, and Naomi, that was really good. Then, Jey Uso versus Damian Priest. The, ano pa ba? The Cody versus AJ. That is just amazing as well. In my opinion, if wala siya sa France, this might be one of the worst shows of the year. But I think France really helped the whole WWE on building this show on a better run. So I think it deserves a B. S to, matik. Finally, WrestleMania 40. Hindi ko na sinama yung SNME kasi hindi naman siya PLE, it's a special lang. So hindi ko na siya i-review dito, just like what we do on the other shows. WrestleMania 40. This is amazing. Sabi ko i-review ko to in one event. So from the tag match on night 1, the Rhea Ripley versus Becky, the Io Sky versus Bayley, the tag titles, definitely +1, which is the split also, +1 them. Sami Zayn ending Gunther's run as Intercontinental Champion. Doon pa lang palag na. Ang underwhelming lang dito was the Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso, the Seth Rollins versus Drew. Storytelling wise, it's just amazing as fuck. Finishing his story, definitely solid as hell. So WrestleMania 40, it's on S. Agad. So that's it for WWE tier list. So I'll just repeat before we move on to AEW. So let's start with the S tier, Backlash France at saka WrestleMania 40. A tier goes to Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank at SummerSlam. B is Bad Blood, Passion Berlin, Clash at the Castle. C, Survivor Series, Elimination Chamber, King and Queen of the Ring. Then D, Crown Jewel. I think that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. PLE, sakto lang. Yung worst, mamaya yan. So here we go. So AEW pay-per-view calendar of 2024 here we go. Okay. So let's start with the PLEs. They have 9 pay-per-views of this whole calendar. Let's start with this. So, first thing, AEW saving, sasabihin ko lang to bago tayo mag-start. Ang saving glory ng AEW in 2024 was their pay-per-views. May mga shows silang hit or miss. Pero, majority of their shows is just, no. Okay. First thing, ito na, ang ating number 9 when it comes to AEW. Just a second. Number 9 on the list, we have obviously the worst PPV of the year. Forbidden Door 2024, easily worst PLE of the year. Bakit nga ba? So, just a recap here. So, we have the worst lineup easily of this show. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Orange Cassidy. Tony Storm beating Mina Shirakawa. Pasensya na kumakain ako. Hook, Joe, and Katsuyori Shibata defeated Jericho and the Learning Tree. Then the whole lineup is just ridiculous. Whole lineup. So, masabi ko dito, yung buong Forbidden Door card na to, I would say, sobrang pointless na ng Forbidden Door sa lineup na to. Totoo lang. This lineup proved that Forbidden Door is pointless. Mas okay pa yung last year, 2023, compared to this. Then, there's a lot of dream matches na parang kailangan nila i-offer. Pero they had no choice to share this thing. Then, yung Osprey versus Strickland, despite of the bad feedbacks from some, I think this might be one of the best matches of the year, in my opinion. And I think that was really good also. So, ayun. Forbidden Door, there's a lot of things that I think may potential. Pero wala talagang dating. As in, walang dating yung PLE na to. Promise. Okay, number 8 on the list. So, Double or Nothing 2024. This is in Las Vegas. I'm not gonna do a rundown on the card. So, I hate the idea of a lot of Anarchy in the Arena matches. I love the Swerve versus Christian, Mercedes versus Willow Nightingale. I think that was fine. That was fine. Pero para tayong binugbog. Itong card na to as a whole, para tayong binugbog. So, doon pa lang sa mga malalabong matches that I don't think we deserve, I'll put it letter mid. So, Dawn 2024 is on the mid tier. So, next, Full Gear 2024. There's some hit or miss on this show. So, gaya na sabi ko sa review ko, sobrang daming hit or miss dito. Fletcher versus Osprey, Mercedes Moné versus Willow, the Moxley versus OC, Then Daniel Garcia versus Jack Perry, that was really good too. Tapos the rest of the cards parang underwhelming siya on some aspects. So, Full Gear, I think it deserves Full Gear. Ang hirap Ano nga recap ng matches dito? So, Fuck it. Okay. So, Mercedes defeated Chris Statlander, Jay White, Adam Page. Okay. I got this. So, this event is definitely better than Donna Bernati for sure. So, Full Gear is on C. So, yun. That's it. Then, next. World's End. Okay, alam mo na. World's End. Letter worst. World's End. Easy. Explain natin. Bakit? I'm not a fan of the new format for Intercontinental Classic. Hindi ako fan. Parang nakatanggal ng excitement yung dalawang matches sa isang gabi. Parang pinatay nyo na rin yung G1 just like that. Same with this. Then, I mean, okay, sure. Match of the year, sure, okay. But it doesn't matter. But definitely, that was dog shit as hell. Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher, the only match of the show with the Intercontinental Classic stipulation that I think live of the right. Sobrang ganda kasi. So, the rest of the matches, I think it's hit or miss. May messy pang main event na kasama si Moxley, Hangman, si Jay White, tsaka si Packets. Tapos underwhelming pa yung mga matches. There's a lot of underwhelming shit happened on this show. MJF versus Adam Cole. There's a lot of shit happened on this show. Easily one of the worst shows of the year, definitely. Okay, so next is Wrestle Dream 2024. This was the Bryan Danielson's final match for now. Shot lang ako, guys. Some of the matches that we got is basically your slugfest of ridiculousness. Hindi ako fan ng iba dito. The only thing that I think I liked was the main event, Moxley versus Danielson. Yun lang gan talaga. Medyo hindi ko gusto yung ibang matches on the card. The 3-way is definitely match of the year. Pero that's it. There's a lot of underwhelming things happened on this show. So, Wrestle Dream. Okay, so Wrestle Dream, let's give them the credit. B tier. Okay, All Out 2024. As in All Out talaga. There are some bangers, that's for sure. And then Hangman versus Verb. Definitely just holy shit. So, Chris Statlander versus Willow Nightingale. Will Ospreay versus Pac. The main event. Doon pa lang feeling mo tapos na agad yung boxing. Then Bryan Danielson versus Jack Perry. That was mid. Doon pa lang sa tatlong show na yon, I think it already justified the shit. Pero yung turn ng BCC, I think yun lang talaga yung nagsalba sa main event. So if you're agreeing with that, it makes sense. So All Out 2024, for a cold All In, it deserves A. So All Out is A. Okay, A lang yan. So next, All In London 2024. Despite of the downgrade ko para last year, but this is still the biggest show of AEW every year. So, the main event alone, this deserves A. Pero as a whole, PLE, there's a lot of dragging stories kasi. I think the things that I liked about this show was the Tony Storm versus Mariah May, the Bryan Danielson versus Verb. Then, pero syempre naman lahat perfect na. For sure. Okay, so all in, I'm not gonna put it on SA. All in London B tier. Yun lang, kaya na yan. Then Dynasty SA for sure. A is Dynasty. Definitely the pinaka consistent na card of the year of AEW. Everything actually makes sense. But like what we mentioned on the review of this show, sometimes you need to understand that you don't have to involve CM Punk just to fuck this up. But everything happened for a reason. The opener alone of this show is just amazing. Then Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay. Putang ina. Kanyari. Nasira na yung upuan ko. What the fuck? Walang upo dito. Oh my god, guys. I have to continue here. What the hell? What? Ayan po guys. Yan. Tangin na. Tatayo na ako mag-record. Ayun. So, putang na, sakit ng puwet ko. Nahulog ako. Nasira yung upuan. What the fuck? Gato na kasi ito eh. So, what the hell? Ayan. So, Dynasty. Nagising tuloy ako. Dynasty, in my honest opinion, that's A to me. It's just because how amazing the presentation of this show was. The show, from start to finish, is definitely an AEW best pay-per-view of the year, for sure. Definitely. Walang tapon. And you just have to understand why it's the best show of the year. Julia Hart, for sure. I'm really sad about that. Pero for sure, there are some ups and downs then with this show. Okay, putang na. Natuloy na yung upuan. Putang na. Sorry agad, guys. Hindi ko alam. Hindi ko na nagagamit to. So, medyo ayun. Putang na. Nasira na yung pako. Ulit ko na. Tangin na. Nasira na tuloy yung upuan. Scratch that, guys. So, number one, last PLE or pay-per-view of AEW is Revolution 2024. This was, in my opinion, the best pay-per-view of AEW. There are some misses, of course. Hirap ito ah. This was also, I think, the last time that I saw Wardlow on AEW programming. This is tough. The Sting and Darby versus the Young Bucks. In my honest opinion, this match alone should be rated S. Pero ang hirap eh. There's a lot of factors why I think it deserves wait lang, hirap ah. Ang hirap. This WrestleMania 40 is better than this, for sure. Pero I would say this is how retirements should be presented. Sorry guys. Ayun. So, ganito dapat yung mga retirements or mga retirement shows. This should be the pattern that we have to follow when it comes to this type of shit. This is tough. So, hirap ah. Revolution 2024. Ang hirap ah. If it's A or if it's S. Sige. I'll put it in S. Kasi rare din naman yung case thing. So, I'll put it in S. Revolution 2024. Ayun, Revolution 2024. Definitely the best show of the year in AEW. But I'm not going to say it's better than WrestleMania. I'm dumb if I said that. Ayun, so for now, break lang tayo guys konti. Ayun, yeah, let's continue with the recording of our tier list. Sorry guys, parang natuloy na yung upuan ko. Hindi, mahuna na rin talaga yun. Hindi ko lang alam ba't ito pa yan nakaupo dito sa table. But, okay, let's continue with the last set of companies. So, that's TNA. Start natin. So, 2024 was their start on the rebranding stage of the shows. In 2024, meron din silang TNA Plus shows, but we're not gonna include that. So, let's include the PLEs lang. So, yun lang yung isasama natin with this ratings. So, first, let's start with the Hard to Kill pay-per-view. This was the debut of Nick Nemeth on the show, and also this was also the show where Moose defeated Alex Shelley for the TNA title. I think that was really good also. This is tough than the Jordan Grace versus Trinity Naomi. It's definitely amazing as hell also. So, wala akong masabing tapon when it comes to this match. And also, this might be also the last show na inapiran ni Scott D'Amore. So, I'm sad about it, that also. So, with that note, okay. So, yung kay Nick Nemeth, appearance pa lang, it's just amazing as well. The second half of Hard to Kill is definitely worth it to me. This felt like a statement compared with what AEW did on the last remaining shows of their year. I think TNA did a really good job building Rebellion or Hard to Kill in 2024. So the X Division, the tags, the knockouts, and the world title, definitely it's amazing on its own. The rebranding gave us a real big impression of how TNA should go moving forward with their rebranding. So highlights of the show: Moose defeated Alex Shelley to win the TNA title. Jordan Grace defeated Trinity. ABC defeated the Rascals for the tag titles. And Griso, the young veterans. Chris Sabin defeated Kushida and El Hijo de Pakingo. And Josh Alexander defeated Alex Hammerstone. Ayun. So that's our card there. Hard to Kill. That's definitely yes, guys. Trust me. That's definitely an S to me. The presentation of the show, amazing as well. The hype, it was surreal. Okay. So, TNA Rebellion. God. Okay, so this PLE is the first show without Scott D'Amore as the president of TNA wrestling, and that was tough for some people to adjust with this era of TNA. There's a lot of ups and downs of this show. Nawala pa si Trinity. Ito na rin yung first show with the WWE partnership. Okay. So this show or this pay-per-view PLE, just a second. Okay. Ano lang to? Wait lang. I was thinking C or mid. The main event was great for sure. But there's a lot of potentials when it comes to this overall presentation of the show. So that's mid. So that's Rebellion. So Slammiversary 2024. This was actually their first pay-per-view partnering with AAA and NXT. And yeah. So this was also the first show that I think it's amazing in my honest opinion. Okay. So the 6-way elimination match alone is amazing, man. That was solid as hell. So overall, this show, okay, this is wait lang, hirap ito Tong PLE na to, Slammiversary is impressive, but not the best for sure. But the presentation of this show, top notch. So I'll just give it a this is an A for sure. Then final PLE of the year, it's Bound for Glory 2024, still under the partnership within NXT, AAA. So this is tough. So this is the biggest show of the year. The Hardys defeated The System and ABC, and then Nick Nemeth defeated Joe Hendry. The Masha defeated Jordan Grace to win the Knockouts title. Okay. This show is not the best show of the year. Still Hard to Kill. Ang hirap talunan ng Hard to Kill when it comes to the best show of the year of TNA. Pero hindi rin nagpatalo to. This show of TNA is just amazing. It needs more sangkap para lang mas maganda yung kalalabasan. If Joe Hendry won, it's definitely A. But it's not. It's B. So B siya. So that's it for TNA review for our tier list. So final, tatlo yung napanood ko na wrestling shows this year. So that's Dekada, Tagay Na, at Pusong Pinoy. Pare-parehas yung Dexcon Puso. Dekada is S just because of the presentation of the show. It's amazing. Tagay Na is A. Man, I love the main event and the I Quit match. Doon pa lang A na talaga yun. Outstanding. Pusong Pinoy is also a A. The gauntlet match for the women plus the main event na medyo okay lang for me. But the 3-way match between JDL and the two international wrestlers who got joined also the match, impressive to me. I wanted to watch the rest of the Dexcons this year. Pag BBO din na maginonood ako nun, then balikan ko kayo sa mga thoughts ko about that. For now, that's it for our show this day. We will talk about more wrestling on the next episode of the show. Yeah, for now, follow the podcast on all of the social media platforms. We will talk about the tier list more on the next episodes of the show, since we will do the Bash Awards 2024 on the next episode of the show. For now, follow the podcast on all of the social media platforms at Main Event Mark PW. And then, please support the show every week on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and the rest of the podcast platforms. For now, this is Angelo Panera from the Main Event Mark, a PWPH Wrestling Network Productions. Stay safe, stay wrestle. See you on the next episode of the pod. Bye for now.